Welcome student. Now Indian National Congress. Let us look at this point that is very important in the freedom struggle. That the Britishers were created a platform on which the Indians can put their views. So generally it is for the strengthen of the British rule in India. Okay. So Indian National Congress is performing the role between the Indians and their views for the independence and the Britishers orders. It may be orders or laws that they followed in India. Okay. So here Britishers also started their policy, that is they wanted to divide and rule, because in 1857 the whole Indians were fought against Britishers unitedly. So British realized that if we divide these Indians on the basis of caste, on the basis of religion, so after a divide they can get opportunity to rule over India for a long period. So this is the reason they established the Indian National Congress and established the leaders in that Congress were very much loyal to the British government. Next, it was this party, that is Indian National Congress, was divided into extremists and moderates. These extremists were under the leadership of Lokmanya Tilak, and he was considered to be the father of Indian unrest. All Indians, let us look at this point. All Indian leaders who were politically aware kept aside their differences of caste, religion, language, province, and gathered on the single platform that of Indian National Congress. There were unanimous decisions regarding the objectives of the Congress and taking forward the movement of constitutional means, but there were differences regarding the working system. These were ideological differences. From these differences, two main political groups were formed: the moderates, who advocated peaceful and constitutional manner, and the extremists, who believed in the severe struggle for the attainment of freedom. Lala Lajpat Rai, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, and Bipin Chandra Pal were believed to be extremist leader. So Congress was divided into two parts, that is moderate leaders and extremist leader. The leadership of the extremist were carried out by Lala Lajpat Rai, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, and Bipin Chandra Pal. In the early period, the extremist leaders, for bringing political awakening among the Indians, used methods like newspaper, national festival, national education, Kesari, and Maratha were newspapers through which Lokmanya Tilak made severe criticism on the suppressive policy of British. In Bengal province, Amrut Bazar Patrika was mouthpiece of the extremist ideology. By forgetting the eternal differences people should come together and exchange their ideas. Common people should get inspiration from contribution of national personalities. With these objectives, Tilak started organizing of a Shiv Jayanti and Ganeshotsav for the political reasons. If people come together, then government will ban them. But for a religious reason, if people comes together, the government will not ban them. Was his opinion. In the Mandale prison, Tilak wrote Gita Rahasya. Its core was philosophy of Karma Yoga and stressed that people should always be in action. The extremist leaders established education institutions for creating a generations concerned about own language and tradition. So these leaders was very active. They having the we called newspapers in they put their views in the newspapers such as Maratha, Amrut Bazar Patrika, Kesari, etc. Lokmanya Tilak was exiled to 6 years prison in Rangun, which is nowadays Brahmadesh. In Mandale, he wrote Gita Rahasya, and in that book he emphasized the importance of Karma Yoga. He stressed the importance of Karma Yoga. Okay, the extremist leaders established educational institute for creating generations concerns about own language and tradition. The extremist leaders were of the opinion that if lakhs of people take a part in the freedom movement and challenge the British government by struggling against them, only then success will be achieved. They unanimously believed that the movement should be made more and more severe, but they did not adopt the means of armed revolution, rather insisted for an extensive public agitation. The moderates laid the foundation of a freedom movement and extremists carried out forward that movement. In 1897 in Pune, the epidemics of plague had spread on a large scale. Hundreds of people died due to it. An officer named Rand was appointed. The plague patients were searched out and oppressive measures were adopted. As revenge, Safekar brothers assassinated Rand. The government tried to connect the relations of Lokmanya Tilak with this conspiracy. After being unsuccessful, the government imprisoned Tilak for revenge. So here every means that Britishers adopted to suppress the freedom movement in India. So they wanted to arrest the leaders of extremist Congress. Partition in Bengal. The British decided to use the policy of divide and rule to create the rift between Hindu and Muslim community. The then Viceroy Lord Curzon contributed to it. Bengal was a very large province. To carry out the work of this province was difficult from administrative point of view. By putting up this reason, in 1905 he declared the partition of Bengal province. With these partitions, arrangements was made such that a majority Muslims will be remain in West East Bengal and West Bengal for a majority of Hindus. So here the Britishers started the policy of divide and rule. He wanted to measure the barrier between Hindus and Muslims in India. The hidden strategy for the majority of Hindus, the hidden strategy for the British was if the Hindus and Muslims were divided due to partitions, then the freedom movement will be weakened. This is the main aim of the Britishers, that divide and rule, because before 1857 they experienced if the Hindus and Muslims were unified, then this British rule can be thrown out of India. So they started to divide Hindus and Muslims on the basis of different issues. So they wanted to divide this Bengal province, that is East Bengal, who is Muslim majority, where the Muslims are in majority, and West Bengal, where the Hindus are in majority. Anti-partition movement. There was a public awakening against the partition, not only in Bengal but all over India. 16 October, the day of partition, was observed as a national mourning day. All over India, there were protest meetings to condemn the government's decision. Vande Mataram came to be sung everywhere as a symbol of unity. Raksha Bandhan programs were held. Students in a large number boycotted government schools and colleges and participated in the movement. So here are the many leaders who contributed for the freedom movement. So we will stop here and we will continue in the next lecture. Okay.